Yo, what's going on YouTube? The Minnesota Twins won another baseball game today. That's right, they actually won the Chairman's Cup today against the Boston Red Sox. They won the last 3 games in this 5-game spring training series, so really cool there. Also, they hit a bunch of home runs today. They won 7-2. We're really not going to spend too much time on this game because I want to talk about more important news, which is kind of how the roster looks now. Some big moves made today, so that's what we're going to be talking about in this one. But just to briefly touch on this game against the Red Sox, Sonny Gray pitched well. He went the first 3 innings, did not allow a hit, did not allow a run, did not walk anybody, and struck out 4. Really solid stuff. That's the stuff that I think we're going to be looking for all season. Obviously, if he can extend that to 5 or 6 innings now, that's the next stretch of it. But really good there. On the the bad side of things, I just cannot stand Sands. Sands is not good. He continues to struggle. Cole Sands has a 5+ career ERA, a 5+ spring training ERA. He's got major league stuff, but he just continues to struggle, and I cannot. He frustrates me because it seems like he has so many more worse days than good days. I just don't think he's for the Twins. I think the Twins have too many other right-handers that could go longer into games, which maybe we'll talk about here in a little bit. But also wanted to note Jeffers hitting a home run, Willie Castro hitting a home run, and Perez hit a home run today. Perez is like a 23-year-old. Not a big name for the Twins, so that's not Mikey Perez. That's a different Perez. Twins have too many guys on the team that it was Hernan Perez who hit his home run today with the Twins. So, cool. Lots of good stuff to look forward to for the beginning of the season. And also, they beat Sale again today, I think? Right, yeah, they beat Chris Sale. Chris Sale went 5 innings, but 2 of those 7 runs were off of Sale. It was a home run, I believe, by Jeffers. Did strike out 3, though. So I think they beat Sale literally 2 or 3 times that they faced him. So really cool there. Okay, let's talk about the bigger news that I wanted to get to. And that is that the Twins optioned Bailey Ober to the St. Paul Saints today, and also designated Danny Coulombe, Aaron Sanchez, and Kyle Garlick back to minor league camps. That's 4 pretty big moves outside of maybe Aaron Sanchez. 3 really big moves that I think are going to impact the Twins this year. First, going into the rotation. It looks like the Twins are actually going to go with a 5-man rotation this year, which honestly I don't know if I love, simply because injuries are so prevalent now in baseball. Days off are important, and I just don't know. I don't want the Twins to have an injury problem on pitching. They have so many good pitchers. Let's use them, right? And maybe that's why I think, I don't want injuries to happen, and this is the first time in a long time the Twins have actually had something to cheer about that is not, Byron Buxton, Miguel Sano, Carlos Correa. This is good stuff, pitching-wise. So their rotation looks like it's going to be 5 guys, and I've mentioned this so many times, but there's 7 probably really good starters that will pitch this year for the Twins. Paddock is hurt, so now you're down to 6, but with the 5-man rotation, somebody's going to get cut. Obviously, you're going to go Sonny Gray. Pitched today, did really well. Obviously, they pulled him over from Cincinnati. Could have been the ace. He's going to be starting. You've got Pablo Lopez, opening day starter. I think that he will be considered the ace. Tyler Mahle, he will be on the starting rotation. Then you've got Joe Ryan, who, again, probably an ace of most teams, or at least the Twins wanted to make him an ace last year. I don't know where he falls this year, but still a really good pitcher and would be a 2 or a 3 with the Twins this year. And I guess it could be an ace for a few teams. So another solid start. And then Kenta Maeda, he's back from Tommy John. They're going to use him. That leaves out Bailey Ober. And again, like I mentioned this in my live stream, is he was going to be fighting for a spot anyway. And with a 6-man rotation, it kind of made sense. But now that they are not going with a 6-man rotation, it's very clear that he was probably the last man out. and now being optioned says that. Obviously, Louis Varland, another guy who can be a starting pitcher at some point this year. You have not seen the last of Bailey Ober. You have not seen the last of Louis Varland either, but both of those guys are going to start their season in the majors. And again, that just proves how good the pitching is for the Twins and how good they even did in spring training, that you will see them again this year. And that is a big move. Like, you have a solid 5 guys with the Twins. I want to know what you guys think. Like, I think Bailey Ober deserves a chance, and like I said, he will, but when, right? That is really the question. If you want to look a little bit deeper into his stats, he's a career above-average WAR player. He's got an ERA under 4, a WHIP of 1.1. Strikeout to inning pitched ratio is perfect. It's 1-to-1. Like, even last year, right? Breaking it down, was a 1 WAR player, 2-3 record, a little bit over a 3 ERA. Really good stuff there. 11 games, 56 innings, 51 strikeouts, and a WHIP of 1. Really, really good. And how old is he? 27. He's right in this prime. I don't think they go after guys like Sonny Gray, Maeda for too much longer. Like, they want to start developing their younger talent. Bailey Ober will get his opportunity, if not, again, this year when somebody goes down, but in the near future. So I'm excited to see him, especially if he can continue at the level that he has been, but a little bit sad today for the Twins to option him, which again solidifies their rotation. So let me know what you guys think about Bailey Ober being optioned, but also what do you think about the Twins starting rotation? The other of note player is Danny Coulombe. He is a left-handed pitcher, and I've mentioned this a couple of times, that the Twins only have 2 left-handed pitchers. They did have Brent Hedrick, who's a lefty, and they have Coulombe, but Coulombe is not on the 40-man roster anymore. So he was last year, 2 years ago, kind of got shuffled around. I don't think he's that bad of a pitcher. I think we'll see him again at some point this year, specifically because the Twins just don't have enough left-handed pitchers. All their starters are right-handed. They have 2 lefties. You're going to need somebody else ready to go. So he will be in the wings, I'm sure. But again, I just think that, like, is he better than a Trevor McGill, who was optioned like to the minors, which is good? Is he better than a Cole Sands? I think so. And you need another lefty, just because I don't think you can put all that stress on Thielbar, who is really good, but Thielbar and Moran. Moran has dealt with injuries. Thielbar had his moments last year. I don't know. I think you need that guy ready to go. I think Sands is the first one out, though, so I don't know. But I'm big on Coulombe. Maybe I just have a lot of hope there. And the last one I want to talk about is Kyle Garlick. That one hurts a little bit. He cleared waivers, I believe, last year? Maybe in the offseason? I don't know when he cleared waivers last, but did stick around with the Twins, which is really good because he can mash left-handed pitching. He's done okay in spring training, and he is, I think, a really good player. He just doesn't fit on the Twins anymore. Like, with the amount of moves that they made, especially with Gallo, I think that's your biggest move right there. Gallo takes a lot of positions. He's a big bat. Yeah, he is a lefty, but he's a big bat that can provide a lot of power, just like Garlick. Maybe he's a little bit better of a defender. Maybe, he can play more positions. There's just more value in Gallo than there is in Garlick. Also, I think Celestino proved himself a little bit last year. Same with going out and getting Michael A. Taylor, who has shown that he is really good defensively. Got a little speed, maybe not so much at the bat, and maybe you can kind of manipulate those 2 guys at some point this year. But Garlick, like I said, last year was an above-average player. He's not the greatest player in the world, but had an above-average season. 9 home runs, 18 RBI, just didn't have a ton of at-bats, 150. Most of those came against left-handed pitching. He's there, but he's not there, right? He's 31 now. I hope he gets another opportunity, but just with what the Twins are bringing in, they seem to want to spend more money in free agency than they do developing some of these other guys who maybe, have been around the minors a little bit, maybe can't find their footing. Garlick probably fits right into that category. He's just not the top-tier player that I think they want him to be, or maybe he was never really designed to be, just kind of a fill-in spot. And he serves a purpose. He serves a great purpose, but just not really for what the Twins need. Again, their roster has 9 outfielders on it. Most of them are left-handed, which is good in favor of him, but with Celestino doing okay, Buxton, of course, if he can stay healthy, Garlick, I mean, as a left, he doesn't play the same position, but as a lefty outfield or righty outfielder, just, you know what, we have Buxton already, we have Celestino, you know, so with the addition of Michael A. Taylor, it just kind of hurts him a little bit more. Plus, again, you want to develop your younger talent like Wallner, like Larnack. It just doesn't seem, you would maybe rather have them get better at hitting lefties than Garlick, who again is a little bit older, trying to hit righties. So I don't know. I like Garlick. Again, I don't think you've seen the last of him. But 3 kind of big moves today that will impact the Twins just a little bit. But again, I've said this so many times. The Twins have such a solid lineup. They went out and made some big moves on offense and on the pitching side of things. They have a solid team ready to go for the beginning of the regular season, which starts this week. So super exciting. But, yeah, big news out of the Minnesota Twins camp today. They're down to 32 players, I believe, so they still have quite a few to cut. Maybe Cole Sands still gets cut. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Twins are in a good spot. Hope you guys are ready for Twins baseball. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Boom, right there if you did enjoy this video. And we'll see you next time. Peace.